Hello and welcome to the Cherno Journo interviews. This next one is with Derpington Steele, and we are going to be talking with him about one of those sort of crazy DayZ moments where a good friend of his ended up murdering 3 people to protect a helicopter. So the interview is conducted over here at the Polana factory, and I'm just logging in and waiting for Derpington to come in as well. This is the meet point, and as usual there's always a bit of that DayZ paranoia. Am I going to get sniped? Am I going to get killed? Hello, Derpington.
I hear you.
Oh, we have sound. Okay, this is a good start. Don't know where you've gone. But, just on that floor. Where we? Oh. Okay, you're coming in, I see, alright. So, you seem to have lost your hero skin, but, and, pop, there it is. Always very disconcerting. Okay, let's see.
Alright.
Now, is it just you, or do you have a Overwatch we need to sort out as well?
No, I don't have anyone else.
Okay, so then we just probably pick a
I was
nice...
planning to, but,
So, Derpington, thank you very much for interviewing with the Cherno Journo.
no problem.
So, what story have you got to tell me today, my friend?
Well, my story is actually about, one of my friends, his first murder, or murders, if you will. And we were going to Bologna to get him some starter gear and maybe head into Cherno. And we noticed right on the beach, near the medical tents, there was 2 Hueys right on the beach, right next to each other. So I hopped in at pilot as I think it was the left chopper, and my friend hopped in the right one. We filled them up with whatever we could, had people on both guns. We started flying up the coast, taking pot shots at people. We didn't get many kills because they're not very accurate, and hitting moving targets from like 100 feet into the air is pretty difficult. So anyway, we're flying around, shooting at people, just having a good time, and then an AS-50 shot, and it took out the tail rotor of the other chopper, so it starts kind of spinning around in circles, and they ended up crashing right on the street in front of the big long open street in front of the fire station. I think it was 2 or 3 people died. There was like 1 or 2 people left that were still alive from the chopper. Everyone else had died. They'd managed to run into this little red house on the corner of the road near the hospital. And they were sitting in there, and we had to dodge the AS-50 shots, and so we decided to land in and go grab them. But the problem is, you know, in Cherno, there's a lot of people there, and they were all going to be heading towards that crash. Because there's smoke that you can see for miles, and there's another helicopter there. So yeah, we're taking shots from everybody in Cherno. So we gotta get in, get out fast, and so we swoop in towards the red house, and we're trying to find a clear spot that we can get in and land quickly, get them in and get out. So when we finally land, we're facing to the north, and 3 people came around to our right around the corner, and my friend who was in the chopper gun on the right door, he had no idea what to do because he wasn't sure if he should shoot at them because he's never killed anyone before in DayZ, and I told him to just shoot. So he opened fire for about 30 seconds on the bodies because the server didn't have death messages, wasn't sure if they were dead, and after about, like, I think he unloaded the entire magazine, I let him know they were dead, and we went and we grabbed people to the chopper, and I think when we were taking off, somebody got sniped out of one of the door guns. When we were about to get away from Cherno, we were flying right over the sniper hill, and we got shot a few times by an AS-50 and a lot by an M249. We had taken serious damage, and our hull was like gone, and everything was, we were leaking fuel because if the helicopter is not perfectly repaired, it leaks fuel. So we're trying to find a place we can touch down and maybe find a way to a camp or something, heading towards the northeast airstrip because people rarely go there and it's great for refueling and repairing helicopters. We were sitting there repairing the helicopter, checking the hangars, stuff, looking for loot, when we heard more helicopters. They came over a hill and it was obviously a hacker because he made a beeline straight for our chopper. He suicide bombed it. He blew up like everything. He killed, I think, everyone but me. I was critically wounded. I was knocked out and I bled to death. Yeah, so afterwards my friend, he asked if that was kind of the norm for DayZ. That was like the most insane DayZ moment I've ever had. It was quite an experience for someone's first 3 murders.
And so how did your friend feel, I guess, gunning down these 3 guys? Or I suppose was he so new to the game he didn't think there was anything different about that?
I don't think it affected him negatively. I don't think he felt bad about it considering the circumstances. I mean, he was helping wounded people, protecting our chopper, and he got to fire an M240. He'd done a good thing. He'd saved people. He'd killed some bad people. We don't know if they were friendly or not. They could have been good people, but... And it helps us sleep better at night if we just think that they were bad people. I mean, one of them was a bandit, but the other 2... They were just survivors, but you know what they say about survivors, they're just bandits waiting to happen.
And so then I guess during these moments when you've been fired upon and trying to land in Cherno and, you know, have people dependent on you, what was going through your mind at that point? How were you feeling?
Well, I was honestly, I was really nervous because, you know, I'm not a fan of being shot at, especially when I have a lot of high level gear. And I didn't want to lose my helicopter. That was the first helicopter I'd had, and it was my baby. And I think I was shaking at one point once we were going in for the landing because that was just it was something straight out of Black Hawk Down. I was nervous. I was pretty scared, but I was excited. I was like, the adrenaline was pumping. I knew I just had to do this. There was no other way. And I ended up saving some lives.
Yes, unfortunately you have a bad ending where the hacker just suicide bombs you.
Yeah. But that's DayZ for you.